Hello, welcome back to our channel, and today we're going to actually do a trip review for Austin, Texas. And actually Dana and I both attended this trip together. It was super fun, and we just wanted to share a little bit about our hotel and some of our dining fun experiences, and then our restaurant reviews.
So we went to Austin because our husbands had a conference that they were involved in. So that means that Deborah and I had the days to ourselves, and then we met up with the guys later and went to dinner. So first, was Austin like what you expected Austin to be like?
No, because we've been to Nashville, we love it.
Yeah.
So you're thinking it's a robust Nashville, but I would say it was probably more the flip.
Yeah.
Nashville is probably more robust.
So we were so excited about seeing some live music and all that sort of stuff, and nothing.
It was.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Now, granted, wasn't there like a major music festival thing going on for the weekend?
Yeah. So I think it probably shut down the local smaller venues and
I guess so, but
we were disappointed about the music part of it, and it's like supposed to be Music City, and Austin City. You just hear all these great stories about music there.
Yeah. So Deborah and I went to this charming little hotel while we were there. We were walking around, and we're going to catch you up on some of the restaurants we went to, but we were just kind of getting to know the area around our hotel. We were right down in the middle of Austin, and now I can't remember the name of the hotel for the like of me, but it was so beautifully decorated.
Yes.
And we went in and had a glass of wine, and we heard they were having live music that night, and no, we didn't even get to see them. So we tried to get on the schedule to go see some live music the following night, but it was a DJ.
Yeah.
So we didn't even get to see that. So
we got tricked. Yeah, that part was a trick.
Right.
But it was just the wrong week to be there.
I think
we
so.
didn't know. I guess there was a lot of conferences.
We'll have to give it a shot.
Yeah.
So overall, Austin was a pretty good experience for Deborah and I. But so let's start telling you about some of the restaurants we went to. So Deborah, you tell them about your morning trips to Starbucks and why.
Okay. So when I'm traveling to a new place, this is a new hotel, I've never been there before, didn't know much what my experience would be like. So I'm always a little scared and nervous, especially because mold's such a bad allergy for me. And I'm always thinking in my head, if the room is super terrible, what will I do? I'll just sleep outside or go outside. I'll stay outside as much as possible.
No kidding. She literally slept on a balcony once when they went to a beach area.
In Alabama, yes, I did. I was like,
she's not lying.
Yeah, yes. So I'm always thinking about that, and I'm always a little nervous. So I always pack extra food. This is where I'm just going to do my trusted coffee or my trusted tea that I share in my trip tips and tricks travel bag, and you'll see that in a video. We'll put the link below. But yeah, I'm always having my breakfast food, so I'm eliminating meals. That's the start of my day. I'm going to do the trusted coffee or tea, and then I'm going to just do my snack packs or something, or avoid breakfast altogether. So then I only have to think and focus about my lunch or my dinner. So yeah, I'm always a little reserved when I'm going somewhere new.
So my thing is a little bit the opposite, because breakfast is the easiest meal for me to eat. And that's one of the things that my husband and I like to do. We like to get up early and walk to a breakfast place so we can get a feel of the little city or the area that we're in. So we went to a place called Anson, and it was okay. I mean, the food was good. My husband really enjoyed it. The menu was not labeled. It was okay to eat there only because we ate at the bar, which I always find it a little bit easier to eat at the bar if there's a bar area, because then you don't have to wait for your waiter to come back, and especially if it's not busy, then you're able to see the food being made. At least in this place, it was kind of like a little diner situation, and we could see the food being made. So I watched them make my food. But the good thing about this restaurant was that they were able to make a lot of accommodations for me, even though it wasn't on the menu. So what I did there to see what I could possibly do with my meal was I looked at all the other options on the menu and picked out the things that they had in other breakfast items.
Yes, and they combined it.
So I saw that they have instead of going with toast and things like that, since they didn't have gluten-free toast, but they had hash browns. So I got hash browns, and I did not have hash browns dipped in the fryer like they had. I asked them to take the hash browns and make them on the stove.
The griddle.
Or the griddle, yes, thank you, in front of me. And they did that with no problem.
That's awesome.
So
I wouldn't have even thought to do that.
It takes a little working,
yeah.
But that's why I look at the whole menu. So a lot of times, when I'll see something on a menu, say we're eating lunch or dinner, and I'll pick my meat or whatever, but the vegetable that comes with it, I can't have.
Yeah.
Because I have an oxalate issue, so I have to be really careful with potatoes, which oxalates are going to come up in this little video in a minute.
Yeah.
But so I couldn't have the potatoes, but I can choose another option on the menu.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes I can see they'll have the sides listed, but they might have a little accompaniment with another meal that's not listed as a side, that I can use that as my side.
Yes. Yeah.
And they don't
Just
even
mix and match.
yeah, they don't even think about doing that. Like the wait staff doesn't even think about doing that.
Yeah.
But when I throw it out there, they're like, "Oh yeah, we could do
Yeah.
that." And then I mix and match my meal, and my meal is more pleasurable to me.
Yeah.
So with this place, it was pretty good. The food was pretty good, and the service was excellent because of what they were able to do for me. So I would definitely give, for the overall experience, it was definitely a 5. But for the menu opportunities I had, it would probably be like a 2 or a 3 because it took some working.
Yeah. Since they're really thinking of strategy. Yeah.
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 So then, so that takes care of our breakfast. But while the guys were in their conference, Deborah and I were walking around the city, and we found this wonderful restaurant called Flower Child. And I had never been to one before. Had you?
No, I had never been to one, and I know they have them in Arizona and Texas. So anytime we go out there, I'm going to be looking them up. I loved it so much.
Well, right away it looked like a place
Yeah.
that Deborah and I would like, because you could kind of tell when it's going to be more organic and I don't know,
Healthier.
safe, healthier.
Yes, healthier, yeah.
Because of the way the restaurant was presented.
Yeah.
With a lot of the greenery and everything. So
Yeah,
we
from
were
scratch.
drawn in.
They had from scratch items too. Like
Yeah.
remember their muffins even.
Oh yeah.
And they had gluten-free options, and they were super accommodating. Just
Uh-huh.
talking. So as soon as they were alerted that we had food allergies, the manager came over and asked, "What are they?"
Yes.
And he kind of walked, because this is kind of like, you can see like it's, would you say like a buffet style? Like, but if it's the waiters and stuff behind, they're behind there, you can see what they're doing. It's like a big, everything's
Yeah.
all together. But he actually kind of walked behind them to make sure,
Right.
like that
Yeah.
certain things like nuts weren't put in on our salad.
Yeah, so what we got there were these great big salads, and they were delicious. And they were hearty salads. They weren't just like some lettuce and some tomatoes and some
Yeah.
sauce thrown on or whatever.
Like dried corn, like
Sweet
unique
potatoes,
ingredients,
and all
yes,
kinds of beans, that's whatever you want to put on there was so great. But on top of the menu, on top of the manager coming to us and talking to us about what our needs were, the menu was extensively labeled for allergies and stuff. So we totally fell in love with this place.
Yes,
It was,
yeah.
So we ate there, and then it was so good that we told our husbands about it later. So the next day we were back again. It was so good. So definitely, I would give a 5. What about
Yes,
you?
I would. Yes, for
Yeah.
sure. We had 0 issues. We were able, just to easily order off of the menu, and we saw that they actually looked out for us.
So that starts my oxalate issue. So oxalates build up in the body. To give you a little short summary, and they come from vegetables mostly, because vegetables or plants use oxalates as their way of defending off predators and things like that, or disease or pests and stuff like that. So when humans eat plants, we are also ingesting these oxalates. Well, my body has an issue with being able to metabolize,
it, yeah.
thank you, metabolize the oxalates, so they build up in my body and have to be really careful. Well, I went through a period where I was healing my gut and everything, and I felt so good. Of course, I was also treating my oxalates. And then I thought, oh, I don't need to take the supplements for the oxalates anymore. My numbers were way down. No, wrong. So
And you just had got off your medicine, like
Well,
your
it'd been like
supplements,
2
2 weeks?
months.
Oh, 2 months.
it'd been
okay.
like 2 months.
So you did get it home.
Yeah, and I did really good at home. I was watching everything, but with us going to Austin, I let my guard down, and I had 2 great big salads. Not just to the lettuce, but the stuff I added to it with the sweet potatoes and stuff like that, and the beans. High in oxalates. So little did I know, the very next day, like my body had like an oxalate attack, and it was really bad. And when I say I had an attack, it was like I swell up really bad. I couldn't even get into the clothes. It's funny now, but I was crying then.
Oh, yeah.
I couldn't even get into the clothes that I'd packed. Deborah had to console me. Anyway. But the trip was saved, because that evening we went to a restaurant called Prime Steakhouse.
Yes, yeah.
And you all, I have to say, it's an expensive place. We went with a party of 6. It was Deborah and Bill's friends that joined us, and actually They were lovely.
They were. It was amazing.
It was a birthday.
Yes, we were celebrating her birthday.
So they brought this and the big balloon came out to a huge balloon came out to the table with the cake all lit up, and it was amazing. But the service and the food in this place is probably the best I have ever had.
Yeah, I agree. Everything.
Yes.
Yeah, and they came to the table to get our allergies, and they actually made accommodations because this was like a 6-course meal or something.
Yeah.
And so like they provided extra courses for us that were different from everyone else's.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just to make sure that it was.
And remember our waiter, like she came and just like planted herself between the two of us, and we went through every ingredient on every single thing. And then the manager came out to the table, which normally I don't like, but he came out like he was going to each table. But I guess she had told him that we were the special ones, and he had come over to ask me. I don't know if did he ask you personally? But he asked me like, "How's everything? How are the allergies? Did you have any issues? Is everything going well for you?" And I was just like, sure, everything's great, thank you."
Yeah, we were impressed for sure.
Very impressed, definitely 5 out of 5, totally safe. 5 out of 5 for eating, 5 out of 5 for the experience.
Yes, it was a lovely place.
Yeah,
it was pretty cute.
So Deborah and I are out.
Yeah, perusing the city, casing the restaurants. Stopping by, window reading the menus to see.
So we're vetting the restaurants, which worked out for us in our favor because that night we had made reservations at a restaurant. I can't remember what it was because we never ended up going there because they took too long to get back to us. So while we were waiting on them to get back to us, we went to this sushi place. Yes. Why don't you tell them?
Yes, well, we loved it. So we haven't had sushi because of our allergies in 4 years for me. It was 4. Yeah,
long time.
Yes, yeah. So I had really been avoiding them, and it was just you could tell this was a really nice place. And when the waiter came over, we just asked about our allergies, and he was like, "Oh, we can take care of this," and he recommended a roll on the menu, and I know that it had tuna in it, and I think some dried onion. It was wrapped with dried onion on the outside.
It's very savory and
yummy. My
yummy.
goodness! And then the sauce that it went in was sweet and spicy a little bit, but it just was the right everything.
Do you even remember the name of that place?
I don't remember the name of it. I know if we saw on the map, we would recognize it. But we really didn't even know if we could eat. We thought the guys could get something, and we were going to just go hungry like we usually do.
Yeah, we were going to go hungry because we didn't. Yeah, exactly.
We just wanted to experience.
Why could we go to a Japanese sushi restaurant and be able to eat sushi since we haven't had it in years?
Yes. So, oh my goodness, we actually stayed a little longer and ordered a second roll, and our husbands they were so delighted. They were happy for us. And
when we left the sushi place, we were still needing to eat because there's the 4 of us, and we shared a couple of rolls, and that wasn't enough. So luckily, Deborah and I had vetted some restaurants, and we walked by this place that we remembered that we had vetted earlier in the day. It's called North Italia. And we had gone in earlier to check out the menu, and they could make any pasta dish gluten-free.
Even the pizza.
The pizza. Mm-hmm. They could make a gluten-free pizza crust. So we ate outside because it was a beautiful night, which was kind of shocking because it was supposed to be really hot. And it was
nice.
So we ate outside. Our waiter was fantastic. The food was delicious. And best of all, we were safe. Yeah. No issues. Yeah. There's a restaurant in the hotel called Corinne. So maybe you know the hotel because Ed knew the restaurant Corinne was in there. The waiter was really helpful. We were able to have French fries.
Yes. Gluten-free fries. Yeah.
French fries
and a dedicated fryer.
They had a dedicated fryer for gluten-free people. And French fries are such a treat for me.
Yes,
I love French fries.
I know, me too.
So I had fries. I had a salad, which I shouldn't have because at the time though I didn't know my oxalates were getting ready to explode on me. But anyway, I just kept eating vegetables the whole time, right?
Yeah.
But anyway, that was a really good experience.
Yeah, it was.
So I would recommend that place as well.
Overall, it was a great trip for eating. I mean, for safety purposes and stuff. I mean, we had a great experience there overall.
Right. And I mean, if you want to visit Austin, it's great to walk around and have little drinks in different places and stuff. Really safe for the 2 of us to walk around. I felt really comfortable there. Food areas were safe, the food places that we were able to eat, and they were able to make accommodations. Very accommodating, very safe. So really good experience overall. Yeah.
So we'll share below too about our tips and tricks packing video, and then oxalates. If you want some more education on oxalates, I know we're going to make a course on that and some other videos.
So check out the website. We're going to put our detailed reviews for all the restaurants that we've mentioned, so that you can see about the waiting knowledge,
Mhm.
the knowledge of the wait staff, and then also the cleanliness of the table, the menu.
Yeah, it goes
all
all
how
more in
that went.
depth. Yeah.
Yeah, it goes all in depth. So you can know exactly what to expect when you go.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so don't forget to like and follow. Share this video with anyone you think might benefit from our experiences, and we look forward to seeing you soon.